Hello everyone, welcome to Revsportz. I'm Shrishti and alongside I have Rohit Juglan and the ODI series is going to start from 14th of July and the practice updates are already there and Rohit Bhai is with me. So Rohit Bhai, first things first, kindly walk us through all the practice updates and everything. And also one more question, there is always a craze about Rohit and Kohli whenever there is any ODI series, irrespective of the opponent. So what kind of craze did you witnessed when you were there in the practice session?
So, Rishi, obviously, first of all, we were there, and the viewers also saw that visual when Virat and Rohit came out of the bus. At that point of time, I don't think that many of the fans living around the city know about this, that Virat and Rohit will be here today. But as soon as we started our work, and we means the media people here started the work, and they started reporting around that Virat is here, Rohit is here. They've started their practicing. As soon as the selfies, and the videos, started going viral here in Birmingham, fans knew this. And then, if you see the visuals, the departing visuals of the team, I've sent that to our group also, and Prakash, whenever he find that he can play those visuals also. More specifically, Virat Kohli, there was huge shout out for every player. You talk about a Gurnoor Brar, you talk about a Kuldeep Yadav. Obviously, we all know that there will be special cheer for Virat, Rohit, Bumrah. There's Shubman, there's KL. So obviously, a big round of applause and a big cheer for these guys also. But the kind of stardom Virat Kohli, the kind of aura he carries, and his white jacket, it's looking like that he's in his own. When it comes down to
Yeah.
that stylish outfit of Virat Kohli, and suddenly we are also watching that. At first glimpse, you don't recognize him, and that's because of that white jacket he wore there. And it was looking like someone is coming from inside, because he went inside the ground with a completely different outfit. He was wearing black shoes at that point of time, the obviously the one eight shoe, and then training gears
Mhm.
were completely different when it comes down to the shoes also, and that's pretty obvious. But generally what happens is that when you come out of the bus and when you go into the bus, you always wear a similar kind of that travel jersey. But this is Virat Kohli. He is different as far as these things are also concerned. So when you look him, in this very particular visual, you'll find him that a lot of shout out there. Around his name, he was giving autographs, he was giving selfies. People were signing on their t-shirts around their tummy area, and people were getting autographed in their iPhone 17 also. People were getting autograph wherever they are getting any place. They wanted something from King, and that's what he delivered also. Given more than ample amount of time to the fans. There had a there was slight exchange of words, as fans say, that big fan Virat Bhai. So he was with all his the kind of words, the kind of chat he was having there. I think it was again giving us that what Virat is all about. In India, it is impossible for him to do that, to stop
Yes.
there for fans, because we all know that what will happen after that. But here, it's little easy. There were 20, more than 20, I think 20, 30 fans around. I think who have
Mhm.
witnessed that, who knew this, that he's here. There will be a time when he will come out, and I'm watching all other visuals also. Some people, you know, there in after in front of the hotel also got the autograph done, got the selfies done, and yes, they are viral at that point of time. That's the aura and that's the personality of Virat Kohli. This is obviously about the outdoor things. The most
Yes.
important thing is the indoor thing. It started obviously with a jog around. Mr. T. Dilip was there. Obviously, he's still in a lot of conversation as far as social media is concerned. But on the other hand, it was the fielding drills to start with. Virat, Shubman, KL, Bumrah, Rohit, Kuldeep, everyone was there. You can see the visuals here, that the intensity of the fielding, also the kind of catching sessions were on. So first half an hour, this was the part of routine. And actually, whenever you see a training session starts, it starts like this only. You have your strength and coach, who's at this point of time not here, Mr. Adrian. So he's not here at this point of time. But it generally starts with, obviously, some stretchings, some jog arounds, some basic ground exercise. After that, some run around, some jog arounds. They'll huddle up, and then there was some message from the coaching staff, and then you come to the fielding drills. So yeah, the fielding drills were there. Till then, we also have to take the official permission to go in. So till that time, they have done with the strength and conditioning thing, and they've started the practice. So you can see the practice session happened, and then obviously all eyes were searching for all four of them, the top four batters, obviously, because seven players were there. It started with Virat, Rohit, KL, and Shubman, and after that it was three bowlers: Jasprit Bumrah, then you have a Gurnur Bar, and one spinner, Kuldeep Yadav. So then, obviously, it started with the batting of KL Rahul and Shubman Gill first on edges and nets. And then Shubman was accompanied by Rohit Sharma, and KL Rahul was accompanied by Virat Kohli. And they were going there in tandem. So Virat and KL in tandem, first two spinners, and Virat was looking very aggressive. It's the same Virat Kohli we used to watch, from Sydney. I'm talking about Sydney onwards, because there was double duck. In Perth, there was a duck. In Adelaide, there was a duck. There were a lot of questions around him. And suddenly he came up with that not out innings. Obviously, Rohit was the main man there, scoring that 100. And Rohit scored most amount of runs in that series also. Strike rate was there. Eventually India lost the series, but it was these two who carried as far as the batting load is concerned. So Virat, from that Sydney game to the Vijay Hazare to the IPL before that versus South Africa and New Zealand, it was looking very clinical from Virat Kohli's end. He was looking to dominate. There were a lot of sweeps. There were a lot of, scoops, the reverse scoops rather. And there was a lot of unorthodox in his batting, which we generally don't see. Virat Kohli is someone who's very textbook. He is someone who doesn't take risk. He's someone who can score quickly, but doesn't take risk. But here, it was a different Virat Kohli operating in the nets. He was looking very aggressive against spinners also, against fast bowlers also. So it was Virat and KL on the one nets, batting in tandem, and then obviously Shubman and Rohit. One thing which really impressed me, Srishti, is about how
Yes.
well Gurnur Brar bowled. He's very new to the setup, but the way he's generating the bounce, he has a decent speed, but with that height, I think 6'6", 6'7", I think his height is. The kind of bounce he's generating in these kind of wickets, and it was generally a good track to bat on. It was coming onto the bat really nicely, but multiple times he beat the batter, and then it's anyone. It was Rohit Sharma, Shubman, Virat, KL. Most of the times it was hitting on the seeker of the bat. Initially when he was bowling with full pace. So it was a 20-25 minute of session, but a full throttle session. So today the focus will be obviously on the duration of the practice session. Will they increase the amount of intensity with the duration in mind? Because 20-25 minutes, they started that really well with a lot of intensity, with full throttle energy. But today, it was, as I said yesterday, it was only about 40 minutes as far as batters are concerned versus 20-25 minute versus spinners, 20-25 minute versus pacers. But now we have to see the duration of how they carry themselves today, as far as intensity with duration is concerned. The wicket is looking really good. The ball is coming onto the bat really well. We know that there will be something in their mind of around that 6 to 10 meter mark, which was the problem with the Indian T20 team. So subconsciously, that will be the part of their mindset as far as this practice session is concerned. But we all know how good Rohit Sharma is when it comes down to play those pull shots and hook shots. And we also know that it's not a weakness of Virat Kohli to score, behind square, or just pull it away for a single. Yes, he may not be the guy who can continuously hit pulls after pulls after pull for sixes, but he's someone who can easily control that. He's someone who taught this generation, the past generation and the upcoming generation. There are a lot of them who talks about him when it comes down to understanding the pulse of ODI cricket, that how you can pace the ODI innings. And that's the keyword, Srishti, in today's day and age.
Yes.
Either you are going with a strike rate of 200, or you are very much, on the slower side. There are very few batters at this point of time, and India is blessed because you have, I think, 3-4 batters. One, Virat Kohli, definitely for sure, who know the pulse of the ODI cricket, how you can build the innings. There is a Shubman Gill who's continuously showing you from last 3-4 years that how you can rule ODI cricket. Then there's Ruturaj Gaikwad also, who's really doing it brilliantly. And I can't forget the name of Shreyas Iyer also. Shreyas
Yeah.
Iyer is again someone in the middle part of that innings who can control things really well. So you have multiple batters, Srishti, at this point of time. So that will be the focus today, Srishti.
Yes, very rightly said. And again, see, whenever we talk about Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, we also have to keep one thing in mind that that this is their last England series. Like accordingly, if we keep the 2027 ODI World Cup in mind, it could be their last ODI series here in England, and I think fans are a bit emotional about that as well. And Rohit bhai, I was looking at a stat, and it is something very interesting. Like I was just looking at the stat of Rohit and Virat in England. Okay, and according to that stat, Rohit Sharma has 700s and 750s in England, and Virat Kohli has 111 or 12 50s. So that's their record. And again, like Team India coming out of the T20I, they lost the series after Ireland series, they lost the England series as well. And coming into the ODI setup with Rohit and Virat, and also like Jasprit Bumrah is playing the one day internationals after a very long period of time. So, what are your opinions about it? Because the last ODI he played, it was on 19th November 2023 ODI World Cup final.
The thing is, at this point of time, if you look at Jasprit Bumrah, obviously he's someone who you want to be very precise about that when he needs to play and when he actually there could be a rest given to him. So test cricket wise, test cricket is the priority at this point of time because of the WTC cycle. And just after you finish the WTC cycle, you have just couple of months, when it comes down to talk about that 50 over World Cup mark. So at this point of time, it will be a miracle if you make it to WTC, finals,
Hmm.
because you have to almost win everything from here onwards. So with WTC in your mind, you are only giving Jasprit Bumrah the important matches. So till the time when T20 World Cup, was on the cards, you were using Jasprit Bumrah with only that World Cup in your mind. You're not aiming for any kind of ODI cricket at that point of time. That's why when you tell me this date, 19 November 2023, not a very happy day for all of us, but it was
Very
about,
bad.
making things very clear that now the
Hmm.
priority completely shifts, from ODI now to T20. Now T20 World Cup is done. We know that there will be the major events will be almost 2 years from now. So you again have decided your priority. Now it's going to be the ODI format and the test format. You can still pick and choose with the ODI setup because you don't want him to play each and everything from here onwards as far as ODI cricket is also concerned. The first priority will be the test cricket. And that's why, if you see last year also, he played the West Indies matches also. There was no need of him playing that West Indies games,
Yes.
but yes, he played those games because test cricket is your priority. The WTC cycle is your priority. And when you can rest him, you've given him the complete rest, like the Afghanistan thing just happened. In England also, you didn't carrying him for the T20I series because there's no need of that. ODI setup, you need him, he's there, and he's again going full throttle as far as Jasprit Bumrah is also concerned. So for me, he's been used pretty brilliantly with a lot of things in mind. What we need from him, how we need from him, what amount of Jasprit Bumrah we need at this point of time. This is pretty clear, and I'm completely agree with this. I asked these questions to multiple players. Even with Jasprit Bumrah himself in a couple of press conferences he had last year in England. And I asked, when we are having our Revsportz conclave, I asked this to his means the main doctor of this Indian cricket team,
Hmm.
Mr. Dinshaw Pardiwala, and he said that you have to use him quite vigilantly because it's very important to give him that break also. So I think when it comes down to Jasprit Bumrah, you have to be extra careful because you know that what kind of a talent he is and what kind of a bowler he is. He's number one in all formats without a doubt. So when it comes down to Jasprit Bumrah, obviously that's the answer. And it's not. I don't think it's anything to go with. Yes, stats give you an idea that what Rohit has did in Australia. what Virat has did in Australia.
Hmm.
But if you see that, the Australia series, when Virat was, it was 0-0 from Virat Kohli, no one reminded him of that stats. Everyone was saying, "Oh, things have come to an end for Virat Kohli. The reflex is gone. If you don't do practice, this will only happen. 7 months of time. What you did a couple of sessions in England Lord's indoor facility, and you think you will make it." But then what actually happened? He told you on that very day also that he can change things, and his bat rather. It's not him who told you. It's his bat rather who told you that what he can do. And then we see, beat that Ranchi ODI. Sorry, Raipur ODI. He played. He scored 100. He played against New Zealand. He scored 100. He played against South Africa. He scored hundreds. He played in Vijay Hazare Trophy. There was ample amount of runs for Virat Kohli with a certain amount of strike rate also. And when he came to IPL again, he ruled. He was there from the very start in that orange cap list. And there was a lot of things in the social media also that in 2016 it was Virat Kohli who's ruling the orange cap
Oh,
chart. In
yes.
2026, you know we have traveled 10 years. We are 10 years on this side, on the right side of it, and this is again Virat Kohli. So sometimes he was having this battle with David Warner, and now he's having this battle with a 15-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi for the orange cap thing. So this is what they're great. And the same thing with Rohit Sharma also. At this point of time, a lot of people will give you the data that South Africa or Rohit never scored runs there.
Yes.
But sometimes with these kind of players who have that kind of pedigree in them, who have shown you time and time again that what kind of skill set they have, what kind of a players they are, they will tell you, time and time again that how they could be really important as far as experience is concerned. Playing on that those conditions are concerned, they will be super handy in those kind of conditions. And that's why everyone is saying you that it will be really difficult for you guys without them to get a big win in South Africa. And you know that what's the big win means. It means the 2027 World Cup. So I'm not going by the data. I'm just watching series by series what they are doing. I'm not here to try that. Oh, these 6 matches are the last 6 matches for Virat Kohli,
No, no,
or
no.
these 3 matches are the last 3 matches for Rohit Sharma. No, I'll see a particular series. I'll see how they score runs. I'll see what the fitness is all about, how their body is, reacting to certain situations, and that's I think the team management will take the call, Srishti.
Very, very, very rightly said, Rohit, because again, I have heard a lot of ample of conversations and communications which stated, which showed these stats of Rohit Sharma in South Africa, and like what kind of talks are there about him. We all know about it. Like, so the thing is, like before the 2024 T20 World Cup, there was also a bit inconsistency in his form in T20 World Cups. Like 2022 also. 2021 again, it was a very bad year for him. So the moment he came into the 2024 World Cup, we all see what he did. So that's the thing. It's totally about quality and caliber. And in the South African pitches, you need both of them to be there and perform well. And Amit has also joined us here. Amit, we had a very long conversation about both Rohit and Virat, and also about Jasprit Bumrah. But there is another guy, Shubman Gill, our ODI captain. So, according to you, what kind of pressure must be Shubman Gill in, keeping in mind, like I totally understand that T20 he's not there in the T20 squad and all, but like still India has already lost the T20 series, and now the ODI series is the one which India will look to win. So do you think any kind of pressure is there on Shubman Gill as well, because he also lost the series versus Australia in Australia?
See, when you have a two match winning and series win captains in your squad, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, then you don't have to take any tension regarding the series win and all. Yeah, on his own batting, there is definitely little bit of concern, but I don't think so that Shubman Gill is a cricketer who recalls his innings and everything. And last year also in this particular English soil in red ball cricket, he was the highest run getter in Test cricket, and he has shown to the world that I have a different kind of a quality, different kind of a style to play on the English soil. So I don't think so. Is there any problem? See, in T20 format, the team has been changed. The captain is new. So that's why the transition period was there, the entire team, and the cricket pundits are talking about the transition phase. But I don't think so. In one days, is there any problem? Because yesterday we saw that mm, each and every batsman's batting in nets in their own style. They know what to do. Rohit was facing the ball. Rohit was just defending the ball a lot. Shubman Gill is trying to play the shots in the gaps. Rahul building up his inning because he's coming in the middle order at number 5 or 6 or something.
Hmm.
And Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli from the first ball, he's charging the ball in each and every leg side and offside everywhere. So I guess these four batsmen, those who are present in the nets, they knows their clarity, they what to do, and the entire pillar of the Indian batting lineup, these four batsmen, they are the main pillars. So I don't think so. Is there any problem for these one day team? Yeah, but for the Shubman Gill, he need to gain his form back very soon because it's the first game since last so many days he has not played, and he's not thinking too much about the T20 format because he is
Hmm.
having he's a skipper of ODI as well as the test team, and in upcoming future maybe India is playing test matches and one day in a large number. So Shubman Gill just focusing because on his responsibility now is to just because we have whitewashed in T20 format. तो कहीं ना कहीं अगर वनडे सीरीज अगर शुभमन गिल जीतते हैं तो बतौर कप्तान बतौर प्लेयर उनको हाई रेट किया जाएगा एंड विराट कोहली एंड रोहित शर्मा विल हेल्प हिम along with KL Rahul. So maybe it's a different ball game. And now see, Indian team will put uh, control, alter, and delete. Finish. Whatever happens in Southampton, वहीं छोड़ के आओ and just
Hmm.
start a fresh game from Birmingham. So today, when the Indian team comes here, the local time 4 o'clock, T20 squad players, those who are part of a one day team, they will not train, but the entire
Hmm.
training session is happening that Rohit has already explained. So let's see now today Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, and Shubman Gill how they are practicing. Because yesterday we saw a simple kind of a practice, but today they are coming with some extent, and maybe the training time will be much bigger in compared to yesterday's training time. So let's see what's happening.
Okay, before we wrap it up, Amit, how are the conditions? Like, if you could walk us through a bit on it, like how different are the conditions from like Nottingham, Southampton to this Birmingham? What kind of difference we could see in the conditions, and also how's the weather? Because I could see that both of you are indoors, so how's the weather currently over there?
I was asking all my colleagues that, am I in Mumbai? It was terribly hot, terribly hot. At least we are
Oh
drinking 8 or 9 liters water every day, and
oh
still,
my
and we
God.
all are sweating. We all were just पूरा tan हो चुके हैं. And but this is England. This is England. that आप कभी भी जो है वो धूप आ सकती है, कभी भी बारिश आ सकती है. But yesterday we were present in ground and continuously breeze is coming. And Rohit has also mentioned in his live कि हवाएं चल रही हैं. So, but hot condition is there, and I guess the wicket will play the major role because in this kind of a condition, see, usually in England, if the थोड़ी आपकी अगर ओवर का कंडीशन होती है तो विकेट थोड़ी जो स्पॉन्जी बाउंस टाइप हो जाती है, विकेट थोड़ी नरम हो जाती है.
Mhm.
बट इन दिस काइंड ऑफ अ कंडीशन we need to see what kind of a wicket they are giving to the Indian team. They have not decided yet. Tomorrow, whenever, because today is Sunday, is holiday in England, has won their football game
Mhm.
last night, so all are in
Yeah.
rest mood. So tomorrow, when these groundsmen will come and English team will come, they will see the wicket and they will just preparing according to that. But to be honest, I'm telling you, usually Birmingham wicket is with full of runs. So if Indian players wants to win this game, they need to go with some proper planning. And I think that Virat, Rohit, KL, and Rohit Sharma, they all have their
Hmm.
plans. And according to their plans, also they just came here to play the ODI because they've already practiced in different part of London 3 4 days ago. So I guess I don't think so. It will be any problem. But yeah, you have to face the Gut Atkinson will be the part of the squad English team, and the rest of the bowlers, those who are part of a T20 team, they continues in ODIs. So here you have a time. You have a 50 over game. तो यहाँ आपके पास वक्त होता है कि अगर आप एक बॉल में गलती करते हैं तो उसको आप उसको ठीक कर सकते हैं. बट T20 में आपके पास वक्त नहीं था, जिसका खामियाजा हमने देखा कि we lost the series. But here it's different ball game because आपके साथ एक्सपीरियंस आ रहा है. आपके पास दो ऐसे कैप्टन हैं जो मैंने पहले ही कहा कि those two captains give you the lots of solidity, lots of ideas, and lots of experience they are coming with. So I think the result will be changed, and you will see some great knock from the great players.
Yes, hopefully, everybody is ready to witness the great knock from the great players. And I really feel that many Indian cricket team fans, if we look at the fans perspective, they are waiting for both those guys to come out and score a lot of runs. So on this note, we should wrap it up. Thank you so much, Rohit and Amit, for all the updates and also for joining. For more such updates, news, and latest news, keep watching Rev Sports. Thank you so much for watching.